Hi, this is Carolina, the Soul Coach. Welcome to my podcast. Hello and welcome to this week's Sunday Catchup podcast. How are you and how has your week been? I hope it's been a good one, full of love, full of promise and full of hope. Mine certainly has been. And I actually can't believe another week has flown by. It's gone so quick. And I am so excited to tell you that I and Harriet and I should say, it's a bit more polite, are going to India on Sunday. And not only that, we are meeting up with my daughter, Amelia, yay, Harriet's sister. So we are going to India and we are girls on tour and we're very, very excited. Have you been to India? It is an amazing place. We love India. I can't even remember how many times I've been this year, or not this year. Well, actually, I've been once this year and a few times last year. But within the year, I don't know how many times, I can't count to be fair. But India's amazing. It really is. It's so different to what we're used to. Yet it's full of love and I just love it. Everywhere you go, everyone just smiles, looks you in the eyes and just feel warmth from them. That's what I felt in my experience. And funny story, we came back from India once and it was just one of these magical times. We had a great time and we were saying hello to everyone. Everyone was saying hello to us and it just felt full of love. I always feel that when I go to India. I just love it. And everyone's so happy to see you and it's just really lovely. And we came back home, went for a walk on the coast. And of course, I still think I'm in India. So I'm like saying hello to everyone. And this one particular couple just looked at me as though I was from outer space. It was really funny. I was like, oh yeah, I'm not in India anymore. I'm back in lovely England where we're a little bit more reserved, aren't we? And there's me. Oh my goodness me. They must have thought I was crazy lady. But anyway, yeah, India's just great. I love it. It's just so different. I can't, meeting cows down the street is really, first time you see that's hilarious. And, the cow in India is very, very highly regarded and is considered to be the mother, to represent mother. And it's just, the cows are fed very well and very, very well looked after. And I just love the temples. Every temple you go into, I just love the whole ritual that they do and how you walk around the temple so many times. You ring the bell to let the gods know that you're here. And I love it when the priest kind of marks your head and it's just all very symbolic and I just love it. And then you've got all the hustle and the bustle and the children are just delightful. They're big eyes and they just melt your heart. So we've this time we're going to Agra, to a village, and to meet all the families and the children that we met previously a few years ago, Will and I. So I'm taking the girls to see the families and the children. And I know some of you helped us to support them in COVID and before COVID. So, it'll be really good to see. Funny thing there was about we sent over lots of clothes for them, shoes. We were given a list and we got it all. And the children absolutely love the shoes for about a minute. And then, of course, they're all discarded because they're used to walking bare feet. So, that was funny. So I'm really looking forward to it. And this time, we just thought it'd be a bit of fun. I'm taking some little finger puppets for the children and I've got some hair slides and we'll just go over and I think it would just be a ball. Apparently they're going to do a little dance for us, and I've taken my little books that I've written, my little children's book, the Lonely Turtle and the Dragon Finds His Fire book. So I thought I might get an opportunity to read it to them. But last time I went over, I went into a school and I thought it was such a good idea to sing them a song. So I sang them The Wheels on the Bus. I remember, and of course it went better in my head than it actually did in reality, because of course they can't speak English. Oh dear, that was very funny. That kind of fell really flat. But anyway, the sentiment was there. But that was funny. And all just so proud of their history and their culture, and they're very forgiving over there. So yeah, so you'll be able to follow our story on Instagram, because of course it's going to be on Instagram, and we're going to visit some really lovely places this time. So yeah, very excited for that. So fingers crossed, because of course some of you will know what happened last time Harriet and I were going to India. Oh dear, it fills me honestly with such trauma. Harriet had very kindly upgraded us to the upper class, and so we were in the lounge, we were having a great time. And then we get to the gate. I don't know why I'm laughing, because it was so traumatic. I cried all the way to India, because I had to leave Harriet at the gate, because she'd done her visa wrong by 1 digit. Instead of an 8, she put a 9. She never made it out. And then her grandma died in that week. I was stuck in Delhi because we didn't know if Harriet was going to get a new visa. Anyway, she never came out, and I did India on my own the last time, which was a whole experience in itself. It was very interesting. But yeah, so that was all very traumatic. Can you imagine? I had such separation anxiety. It was awful. And then I'm crying in upper class trying to enjoy it. But yeah, it wasn't great. But Virgin, honestly, were brilliant. They really did look after me. And I managed to sleep. But yeah, that wasn't great. So fingers crossed, honestly, for Sunday. We've been triple checking our visas, triple checking our passports, and I'm sure it'll all be fine, and we'll have a good couple of weeks. So I'm really excited to be sharing with you, and I'm really hoping that Amelia and Harriet will do Sunday catch up with me next week. So because they are living a life of magic, and even if they don't do Sunday catch up, I'm going to get them to do a Living a Life of Magic podcast with me, because those girls are both living a life of magic, and I love them to tell you what they're doing, because they're great. They're doing really great. So yeah, so that's going to be exciting. What else has been happening this week? Well, Monday we did a meditation evening, which was fantastic. Do you know what? It seems such a long time ago, but it's only a few days ago, wasn't it? But it's like, oh yeah, I did do that meditation class, and that was really awesome. It's just nice to meditate in a group of people. It just feels so different when you're in a group. It just it helps you to meditate even deeper, and we can really feel the energy in the room and feel the stillness, and love facilitating those. And we do those once a month. And so yeah, this week was meditation evening, and I always sleep so much better afterwards. And it just reminds us how, do you know what, meditation is just about quietening the mind. And I know I talk about it pretty much on every podcast, but it really is about quietening the mind. So it's finding those moments when your mind is quiet, and what you are doing when your mind is quiet. And it's just about you thinking about a task that you might do, and how your mind is not doing anything else other than concentrating on that task. And so like Will says that he meditates when he's washing the car, because he's just very present to the car, and his mind just empties while he's washing that. Nicola said that she likes walking the dog, and she finds that that's a meditation in itself when she walks her dogs. So it's kind of like, it's just finding times in our day when our mind is quiet, because our mind is quiet during the day. It's not all go all of the time, even though it seems it. So it's catching those moments and becoming conscious of those moments of when you have a quiet mind, because when we have a quiet mind, we do feel that peace, but we often don't notice those moments of stillness. So I challenge you this week to find those moments of quietness. Find those moments when your mind is still and consciously become aware, because then once you know, you can create more of them. And I know from talking to customers, that's been really, really useful. So yeah, meditation was great. Can't even remember what we did other than meditate, but generally when I do these meditation classes, it's very divine led. So I never know really what I'm going to be doing other than we're going to be doing meditation, but every evening is different. And yeah, I really, really enjoy doing them. Oh, I remember now. We were sharing how we were feeling. So a couple of us were feeling very discombobulated. We were feeling very anxious, and someone that had a lot of pain. So kind of coming to it with all of this that goes on, because we keep, we get daily knocks, don't we? Things happen and everything else. And so we sometimes land in a heap, and that's what happened this Monday. Which doesn't happen every time, but it did this week. So by the time we left, we felt much better, much more centered, much more grounded. So it's another reminder, and it's really, really important to take time to just make sure that we check in with ourselves, that we take care of ourselves, and we practice self-healing in any form, whether that's just a mindful bath, or just going for a walk. I love walking to work. I honestly, when I walk to work, I feel so much better. I get inspiration. I just can breathe easily and everything. And guess what? I haven't been doing walking to work. I don't know why. I just haven't. It's just I know it's really good for me, and it's just doing it. So when I come back, I'm going to start doing that again, because I absolutely love it. So just finding, what do you do for self-healing? What do you do for self-care and taking care of yourself? Is it taking time to read a book? Is it just spending time in the garden? What do you do for you and for your self-care? Because honestly, we can't give from an empty cup. If we do, we then end up feeling irritated. We feel just angry at the people that we're helping or that we're doing, because if we're giving from an empty cup, we're depleting ourselves. And it's really important to fill that cup, because when a cup overflows, then we give naturally, we give without even thinking, and we give lovingly and from the heart. So yeah, it's really important to fill that cup up, and to also notice, if you are a giver and if you are a people pleaser, look at that as to you're filling your own cup through doing that, but actually your cup will have holes in it, and it will flow through very quickly, and then you'll find yourself drained because the cup can never be filled. So it's actually working on maybe filling in a crack here or there, looking at why maybe you are giving so much, and maybe start just recognizing that, and I'm only talking from personal experience as well about that. So yeah, just check in and just make sure you're giving from an overflowing cup. It's much easier, and it comes much naturally. That didn't make any sense, did it? It comes much easier. Oh my goodness me, I can't get my words out, but you know what I mean. So yeah, give from a full cup, not from an empty cup, and look at ways of how you can fill your cup up. So that was Monday evening, and this week just kind of, I think I'd be lying if I said that I didn't feel anxious this week. I didn't feel vulnerable. I didn't feel a bit out of control, but also I was fully accepting of that, and fully being aware, but yet still being able to keep moving forward, keep doing the things that I needed to do, but be aware of how I'm feeling as well. Feelings are a difficult one, aren't they? Because sometimes we just don't like to admit these feelings, but these feelings are perfectly okay, and they do transition. So it's okay to feel what we feel. It really is okay. And I think the more we feel and the more we allow these feelings to be here, the more that they are able to move out and on easier. It's the ones that where they stay stuck, or we act on them and we keep them trapped, that don't help us or don't serve us. So yeah, this week has you know, there's been quite a lot going on, but those feelings are there. And I think what I caught myself doing was worrying about things that haven't actually happened. And I think that's what we do a lot of as human beings, is that worry about stuff that hasn't even happened, but our brains seem to think it happens, and then it very rarely does. So it's just a conditioning that we conditioned into worry, but it never gets us anywhere and it doesn't serve us. And it's all about being in the present moment. And I firmly believe, and I know from experience, that when challenges do arise, and challenges will always arise in our lives because they're there to help us learn and grow, and when they do, we will have everything we need, all the resources that we need in order to deal with the challenges. And if you think back to some of the challenges that you may have encountered, you have dealt with them, haven't you? You will have dealt with them. Think about those challenges now. What did you learn? What resources did you have? And did any amount of worrying help you? No. The challenges come and they go, and we can deal with them when they come. Worrying, it just robs us of this present moment. So I was really identifying that this week and having lots of conversations with people about this, and how it just naturally it naturally arose. So yeah, that's interesting. And then also I did another podcast with the amazing Scott, so that will be coming out soon. And we were just talking about manifestation and the first steps to manifestation, and we're going to be doing a series on this, exploring manifestation and exploring what goes into it, and just from our own experiences, how we've manifested things in our lives and the steps that we've taken. So yeah, that's always a good laugh, and that will be coming out soon. I don't know when that's coming out, over the next couple of weeks. Alistair, my website person, podcast guy, creative director, is putting that together for me. So so that'd be exciting to hear from Scott again. And I don't know if you caught up with his podcast, but that podcast that we originally did, where he was sharing about the living a life of magic, that will be coming out. No, that's come out. So look out for that. And also his wife's podcast, I'm sure you've read that, about living a life of magic. So I've got lots lined up, actually, of interviews coming up about living a life of magic. So anyway, I'm mumbling here. So look out for Scott coming up, and also listen out for Scott that I've already done. And what else happened this week? So there was the meditation class, there's the podcast with Scott. Oh, Will and I went to the coast. I love being by the coast. It's a happy place for Will and I to go to, and it's just a place where we go to just catch up with each other, and just let the sea air do its magic. It was really lovely. We had a great breakfast, and still sugar-free. And it's great because you get to choose different things on the menu that you wouldn't normally do. So that's been a real challenge, but it was so nice. It was just so nice to be down there. And we were trying to go down every couple of weeks, but haven't been down for a while. And just to walk by the sea, hold hands, chat through stuff that's going on, and just really catch up with each other and catch up with ourselves. It's just lovely. And we go to East Preston, and it's such a nice walk along there. And we've been watching a house being built, and it's finished now, and it just looks incredible. So that's a really fun thing to do. And then we walk along the front, and then we walk all through the big houses, and we choose which house we're going to have. It's just a bit of fun to do, and we do it every time, and we choose different houses each time. But you know, it's just nice, and it's another self-care thing that we do. So so we did that this week, which was really nice. And then we've been spending time with friends, and it brings me on to another subject as well before I finish, and that's just about surrounding yourself with friends and how important that is, and knowing your tribe and knowing the people that make the difference in your life, and just the value with that. I felt super grateful for that, and for all the people that help make a difference to us, and we make a difference to them. It's really nice, and literally, I know I talk about a tribe as well a lot, but I really think it's really important to value those people that value you. And I just want to take just think of all those lovely friends that you have, that you love, that love you. And we all have lovely families, don't we? And we're kind of born into the families, but those friends that you choose, I call them family, Family. You know who you are, love you lots, and it's just lovely to have such a good tribe, and people that will, and that tribe, you know, in professionalism as well, and that tribe where you can turn to for business as well, and those key people that can help you in your job or your business, and a tribe. Like for us with Quest, we have such a great tribe, we have such a good team. We're all there for each other, we all look out for each other, and it's great. So just be super grateful, and I'm only saying this to you because I say it to myself, about being super grateful for the people that are in our lives. And I had a lovely thing happen to me today, 2 lovely things. My mum was helping me out today in the shop, and she just turned to me and looked me in the eyes and just said, "I love you," and gave me a big hug. And it was so spontaneous, and it was so loving. It really was just a really wonderful thing. And that happened. And then a customer came in today whose name is the same as mine, Carolina. Hello, Carolina. And she said some really lovely things about the podcast, and how she listened to me on the way to work, and how that the podcast have reminded her that she is living a life of magic, but yet somehow she'd forgotten that, because she had been on the what she called the wheel of SHIT, called life, and it's true, isn't it? So sometimes it's just having those daily reminders, and I just thought it was really lovely that she shared that with me, and the honesty, and it was just really lovely. It really touched me. Thank you, Carolina, and thank you, Mum, for making a difference to my day today. I really appreciate it. I think that's all I have to share for this week. Have a really great week ahead, and I look forward to talking to you from India. And as I say, hopefully I can bring Amelia and Harriet on board for this podcast, and to share their experiences too. So that's going to be fun. And why don't we just end this with a meditation? That's what I'm feeling. So if you can, close your eyes. And if you can't, maybe pause and put this on when you can. Or just keep doing what you're doing, and just take a breath in. And let it go. Taking another deep breath in. breathing out. Breathing in relaxation. Breathing out anything that doesn't serve you. Feeling your feet on the ground. Connecting down into Mother Earth. And allowing Mother Earth to wrap its arms around your energy. Sending love back up through your feet and into your body. Breathing in, breathing out. All is well. Have a great day. Take care and see you next week.